He just
Okay.
wants to observe.
So, Torlak, you are in the great town of Teflu. Everyone else is jaunting about, and you decide that you want to go to the Yawning Lion and grab an ale.
Ah.
You're there when a rather mouse-like, skeevy-looking man approaches you. Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
You look like a fine specimen. Do you ever fight for money?
Fighting for money. I guess you could say it's a thing that I do. I've been known to do it all the time.
Most excellent. I would like to be your sponsor in a new ring that has appeared in the underground.
Oh, so this is less guard work, less guard, less mercenary, more gladiator?
Uh, uh, Less sanctioned, one might say.
Okay, okay. I'm fine with that.
Perfect. The rewards should be substantial, if you win, of course. And I will take 70% if that's okay.
70% of the winnings, and I'm doing all of the fighting?
Oh, well, yes, the fighting, of course, but you must think of the paperwork and the reputation that I've had to gain in order to get this going.
Okay, so what would my cut be? What would my cut be gold wise, not percentage wise? How much am I actually looking at here?
Well, you see, the top winner gets 10,000 gold pieces. So you would be getting approximately 3,000 of those.
How about 60-40?
Your terms are acceptable. Shall we go?
After you.
At which point he whips around doing a little flare with his cape and says, "Excellent! Let us be on!" Oh, I forgot the music.
Oh, there was music? Also, by the way, I was totally expecting to have to do way more bartering. I should have gone higher.
We'll talk about that after. Go ahead and update your token, by the way, with your stats.
Oh, this is a new token of mine.
Yes.
What are my stats? Now I have to go back and look at them. Skills. Base perception of 14. Oh, I forgot to hit enter. And it's a stupid program that won't actually update it if you don't hit enter. Okay, alright, I'm updated.
Okay, so you are whisked away into a clearly less reputable part of town, and then you enter a deep basement, and you seem to be in what's like a little warm-up room for challengers to await while the rest of the fights go on outside. You can hear the faint echoing raucous cheering that's going on out there. Paneb turns to you and our turn will be coming up soon. Are you ready? Do you know the rules?
There are rules?
Yes, we're not monsters. We're not animals. Of course there are rules. What kind of person are you?
I'm a person who's fought to stay alive. You do whatever it takes.
It sounds like an excuse, but the rules are as follows: no armor, no weapons, only your fists, and anything past that is fine.
No armors, no armor, no weapons, just my fists. Okay.
That is correct, sir.
Am I actually going to be fighting, or is there something else I'm missing? I feel like I'm missing something.
Of course, you'll be fighting. You'll be fighting with your fists.
Okay.
So what you'll do is you'll just uncheck your armor and your weapons in Hero's
Yep.
Lab.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure. All right. So, are there any more questions? I'll take that as a no.
Yeah, no questions.
Okay. So, you start to approach the gate that you'll be walking through, and the raucous cheering just gets louder and louder. You enter a rectangular pit with your opponent facing above you, at which point the dear Paneb, introducing the terror of the seas, the largest man that I've ever met, Torlak! At which point you immediately go into combat. So
Okay.
go ahead, let me bring that up, and roll initiative. Okay, so his initiative, I should have done this earlier, I apologize.
Oh, you're good.
True to Magoo. Okay, so you've got the first move.
I'm going to move to here and hold action and wait for him to come into striking range.
Okay. So he is going to 5 steps, so go ahead and hit.
I didn't get that in time. So it looks like I have a +9. So dash R 20 plus 9. So that's my first attack. My second attack. So 10.
Okay, first one hits, the second one misses.
Okay. D3 plus 4? Yeah. Come on, give me a +4.
Okay, 5 damage. Okay, so you let's see, you're probably right-handed, right? So you take your right fist and you give him a cross right across the face, and you hear him just, and he snaps his head and looks back at you angrily with a good old gash right underneath his eye on his cheekbone. At which point he strikes back. 13 and 18. Your AC's 13. So cool. Hit and hit. Okay, take 19 damage. And then it's your go.
I'm going to be very original and just go for another 2 punches.
Okay, 21 hits, 6 does not. And that's going to be 7 damage. Okay, he is going to attempt to trip you. So, what is your CMD?
25.
Okay, he fails. It is your turn.
Meta question. So, under attacks, I've just got like basic attack type of melee that has a 13 on it. I don't know what that is. I'm assuming that's not. I should just disregard that and not use it.
Yeah, I think that's a melee with your weapon, like just kind of like a head bash.
Oh, got it.
So you would be using your unarmed strike.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I've been using.
Great.
Okay. As he attempts to trip me, I'm actually going to throw a kick this time.
Okay.
It's still damage. Not gonna hit because I can't roll.
Dear. So he like lunges backwards as you kick, and then comes in for another strike himself. Hit and miss. Crit fail.
Ooh, do I get any advantages from his crit fail?
Yeah, sure. He is now off balance. So take 7 damage from his first hit. And since he's off balance, you'll get a bonus to tripping him, bull rushing him, any combat maneuver.
I'm going to attempt to trip him then.
Okay.
Which is CMB, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So as he's off balance, you go to sweep his leg out from underneath him, but you unfortunately miss as well. But we'll call that an attack of opportunity, so go ahead and make an attack.
Cool.
That hits. And that does not hit. It was close, though.
Okay.
Okay, 6 damage. Okay, he is not looking very good. So he's kind of pissed off, so he's going to try to trip you again. What was your CMD again?
25.
Okay, so he does trip you. He takes his leg and sweeps it under you while giving you a shove on the shoulder, and then turns around and starts gloating to the crowd. You're up.
Am I allowed to make an acrobatics check to turn this into a way that I land on my feet to do like a combat roll?
Yeah, if you want to do an acrobatics check to kind of do like one of those ninja kicks up where you're on your back and then you kick up into a standing position, that's cool. Unfortunately, you just kind of flop against the ground.
These darn rolls. Okay, so I'm now prone. He has his back turned to me. I'm going to stand up.
Okay. As you stand up, he whips around and slugs you in the face. And misses. So you are up.
So I am up.
Yep.
I'm going to attempt. No, because my CMB is terrible. I'm just gonna punch him again because that's all I'm good at.
Okay, that definitely hits.
Second attack.
That hits as well.
So that would be a total of 7 and 6, so 13.
Okay, so you bring your right hand across and you get him square in the jaw, and you just see his jaw totally dislocate and his eyes roll back into his head, and he falls to the floor. At which point the crowd goes absolutely bananas, and you hear Penham, oh, how very nice, great hit.
Torlak wipes the blood from his knuckles.
Great job. You've completed round 1, but you'll have to come back tomorrow for round 2. Please feel free to come back tomorrow around midnight.
Okay.
So as you leave, you're walking through the dirty, dusty streets, and you actually observe a bulletin board for the town. And oh wait, did that come up?
Yep.
Okay, so you see a rather familiar picture, and it says "Wanted, Dead or Alive," and it says on it, "See Gazgorg at the Yawning Lion for more information."
Huh. Okay. I walk over to the bulletin board, make sure no one is looking, and tear it down.
The whole bulletin board or the poster?
The poster. Let's not draw any more unnecessary attention to myself. Torlak briefly considers just knocking down the entire bulletin board, but refrains and tears off the poster.
Cool. So as you continue on your way, you are approached by 3 rather pathetic but macho-looking men. And they say, "If you know what's good for you, you'll throw that fight tomorrow."
Okay, I'm intrigued. Why?
People better than you and I have a lot of money riding on this crap.
What's in it for me?
Well, obviously your well-being. Right, boys? Yeah.
Okay, I'm really not concerned by you guys, but assuming there are people above you more powerful, I might be concerned about them. But again, what's in it for me? If I win, I'm making 4K gold out of this. You guys can match that offer, I will gladly throw the fight.
The only thing I can guarantee is that you'll have your kneecaps in good condition.
Well, I've got pretty terrible knees as is, so really not that much of a threat.
At which point they look at each other meaningfully and they begin to approach you. And for once, I rolled well. So they're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And they're each gonna take a swing at ya. I'm assuming that you have all your armor and stuff back on. Right?
Yeah, I would have put my before I left.
Go ahead and update your AC on your token. Oh, you did.
Yep.
Okay, so that's gonna be 3 misses. So they all walk up to you like super cocky and like swaggering up to them like peacocks, and then they take their clubs and you just like step to the side and they all miss. Obviously unimpressed. You're up.
Obviously unimpressed. So in that case, I'm going to go ahead and take a swing at them. First, that guy.
Okay, that's a hit.
Okay, I'm going to cleave, take a -2 to my AC, hit the next guy.
That is also a hit.
And then I will take a swing at the next guy as well.
Also a hit. So the first 2 immediately go down. You take Lucerne and you just crack it across his head, keep swinging right into the other guy's ribs and just totally obliterate his liver. And then your final momentum on the last strike like totally decimates him, but he's still barely standing with his right side favored. At which point he full withdrawals and runs.
Okay.
All right, so you are free to wander the town. You're free to just kind of wait till tomorrow. Free to head to the inn, whatever you want.
Am I, I'm staying at the Yawning Lion, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a back door to go in through?
Yeah.
And then take the stairs and then go up quickly to my room?
Yep.
Okay. I will do that.
Sweet. Okay, so you are you just gonna sleep?
I'm going to got a couple of potions on me. Let me double check how many I have. That can't be right. Thought I used all those.
Oh, I can probably turn off the crowd.
Not gonna use that. Actually, before I go up to my room and before I go to the inn, I'm gonna go buy some potions.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go buy 10 potions of Cure Light Wounds.
Awesome.
Then I will go back to my room and I will drink a couple potions.
Awesome. Okay. So you sleep very soundly. And wake up in the morning. And as you...
How much health do I get from sleeping again?
I think it's your
level?
Constitution modifier plus your level.
Oh, it's much higher than I thought it was. Okay. Either way, I'm back at full health.
Great. Okay, so you wake up in the morning. It's a beautiful Telru day outside. What do you do?
I sneak out the back door, quickly avoiding anybody who might be Gazgorg at the Yawning Lion.
Okay. So, as you walk down the stairs, you see a familiar matronly face staring back at you, one that you recall as Counselor Kala, your childhood mentor.
Wow.
She looks at you and gets wide-eyed and says, come on, get off here.
I very quickly just follow along.
Okay. So you guys duck out the back. Whoa, where'd Counselor go? Whew. And she says, "What are you doing here? You haven't left by now?"
No, I needed a good night's rest. Then I was gonna figure out what's going on. I have no idea why I'm wanted, but apparently I am.
No idea. You don't remember Gazgorg?
Nope.
He's the little brother of the man you killed.
Oh! Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
He has since become Counselor Bravok's champion, and has become an Order of the Helm, as in the Order of the Chains. He has sworn to bring your body back, alive or dead, in chains for you to meet justice.
He's a Hell Knight?
Yes, after watching his brother die at your hands, he trained very, very hard and garnered the attention of the Hell Knights and became attracted to the Order of Chains, which is all about justice and imprisonment of those who would do wrong.
I didn't even realize he was watching. But
well,
yeah, okay. That makes sense.
He admired his brother greatly.
He was pretty good. Can't blame him.
You have to get out of here. He has grown really strong throughout the years, and you cannot take him.
Well, you'd be surprised. These most recent endeavors of mine have treated me well. Good experience, good gear, good weaponry. I've done well for myself since I've left. Everyone hated me there, so I just had to go. And I've done a good job for myself. But I'm wondering, is there if he's hell-bent on justice, I doubt I'll be able to get him to just duel me to settle it. I don't know much about the Order of the Chains. Is there a possibility of that? Because I'd rather just take care of it rather than running for the rest of my life.
At your words, her angry face softens. Look, I know that you were dealt a really terrible hand. And I know that you've done well for yourself, and I knew that you would. I've never worried about you until now. But what you don't understand is that the power imbued on Gazgorg by the Hell Knights, I'm just worried about you. And as such, I would rather we took care of this more surreptitiously.
Well, your counsel has led very well for me. Following with your instruction, without your instruction, I would not be who I am today. So, what did you have in mind? What is the more surreptitious way to do this?
She gives you a sad smile. I miss you. I have heard of local thieves in the area who have access to a special poison called lapis lazuli powder, which can turn a man into a ghoul. With all these undead running around, no one would bat an eye about another man becoming undead.
Yeah, you got a great point there.
If we can just get to the thief's hideout and get that poison from him, then we can sneak that into his drink, and then our job is done the next day.
Sounds easy enough. What do you know about these thieves? There are thieves everywhere. I rarely tend to bother getting to know the particular ins and outs of each game in each city, each gang in each city. What do you know about them?
All I've been able to gather so far is that they're called the Horus's Eye, and they pride themselves on having knowledge about everything that goes on in the city. They mostly work by extorting political officials, and make their money by black ways of blackmail.
Okay. Well, you said Horace's Eye?
Yes, that's all I know for now.
Okay, let's go find Horace's Eye then.
Excellent. You lead the way.
Okay, so I start walking westward down the street, I guess.
Okay. So you see the Yawning Lion is in a more middle class part of the city. So you just see average folk walking along, houses, markets, nothing too ominous or suspicious.
Okay. What do I need to do to know where a more rough part of town is?
Well, you visited it last night.
Oh yeah, that's right, I did. I will go back there.
Okay. So you head back into... I'm just going to take you to the alley again. So you head back there. You see another poster up, just like the first one.
I tear it down again.
Okay.
Stuff it in my pocket.
And you notice that people here look more downtrodden. They don't make eye contact with you. They especially seem fearful of Counselor Kala, since she looks more orcish than you do.
Yep. So I'm in a back alley right now, right?
Mm-hmm. You're near where you where the Fight Club was.
I approach someone and ask if they knew about the fight that happened here last night.
Okay. So you approach a man probably in his 30s or so, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I saw," and then his face blanches. "Oh, it's you. What can I do for you?"
I'm just wondering if you knew anything about the men that thought they could teach me a lesson. I'm trying to track them down. I know one got away. I'm trying to track him down. Do you have any idea where, I might find him, or someone who would know where to find him?
I assume that he would be at the gang's headquarters, but I of course have no idea about any of that.
I flip him a gold piece. Are you sure?
This is extremely generous, but I don't want to die.
How? You won't die? Is there anyone in this alley that could point out to them that you were the one that told me?
They've never let such a petty thing like truth stop them from hurting people in the past.
Yeah, that's fair. I've seen those type before. Give me a general area.
That way. And he points right. And then he starts walking away.
Cool. So I start walking to the right.
Okay. So as you start walking to the right, You come up on a there. This is definitely a more rundown part of town, but there are still like plenty of people about. But you start to notice them thin out like pretty dramatically as you head this direction.
Okay. I keep heading that direction, keeping an eye on how people are thinning out, and if I notice an area like to my left or right, if I notice that it seems less crowded there, I'll head towards one of those alleyways or roads instead.
Okay. Roll perception. Okay. So you're walking along. You're keeping an eye on the crowd, trying to get an idea. As you're walking along, you see a giant, not a giant, but you see like a symbol of a hawk with a very opulent and decorated eye above on the back of a sign on a pub.
Oh. I mentioned to Counselor Kala. Not as obscure as you would have expected, don't you think?
Well, once a gang gets to a certain size, it no longer has to hide.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Well, let's go in. Why not? Let's see what happens.
Okay, I'm gonna reuse this. So you walk in, and you, and they all stop and look at you, and then they turn back to their drinks. But kind of tense. You feel the room tense up as you come in.
Okay. I'm gonna take extra time, and so I'm gonna take a 24, natural 24 on my perception, and look around the room to see if I see, just to see what I see, if anything stands out as important, or if there's an obvious leader here.
Okay. So you don't see anyone in here. Looks like a leader. But none of them seem particularly happy that you're here.
Okay. I will walk up to the bar and order a light ale.
Okay. The bartender looks at you. You're not from around here, are you?
Not at all. What gave it away?
The fact that you can show your mug here, it's not safe to be here, boy. Go home.
No.
He puts his hands up. All right, your funeral, and hands you a nail.
So, what is it that they wanted with me? Do you know?
Who's they?
Pretty sure you know who I'm talking about. The guys who confronted me in the street last night. Only one
I
of them
didn't
came
see
back.
nothing.
Yeah, but I'm sure you know that 3 people went and only 1 came back.
Boy, I'm just here trying to make ends meet.
Okay. All right then.
He
So
turns around and begins polishing his glasses again.
So I sit there and sip my ale for a minute.
Okay. You sip your ale.
Is there? No one looks like a leader. Was there like an office or like a door off to the side?
Yeah, you can see kind of a back room to in the behind the bar, and you see that there are like waitresses or who are constantly running in and out, like very attentive.
What are they being attentive to? Attentive to the customers or to who's watching them or what's going on?
You just see them scurrying back and forth constantly with empty bottles, empty glasses, food plates, and they're just constantly moving back and keeping the patrons happy.
Okay. I'm gonna walk in.
Okay, so as you head towards the door, the entire room stands up. Hey, you!
I stop.
You're not allowed back there, boy.
Okay. Well, you all seem to know something I don't. Anybody want to fill me in?
Not the smartest street guy I've ever met. All right, let me spell it out for you. You've walked into the establishment of the Horse's Eye gang. This is where we come to unwind, and you come in here poking your nose about. We don't want nothing to do with you. Leave.
This does put us in a little bit of a predicament, as I find myself wanting to do with you. I understand that you may be able to help me, and there's a possibility I might be able to help you. So, if I have a deal that is mutually beneficial for both parties involved, who do I talk to?
Roll diplomacy. Look here, you little whelp. Well, maybe not so little. Look here, you whelp. You do not want the displeasure of our gang coming down. Do yourself a favor and leave.
You see, I feel like it was your gang that came down on me last night. I wasn't that impressed. So, unless you want less members, let us help each other. Tell me what I can do to get what I need.
So as you puff up your chest and flex your shoulders a bit, you see them kind of slant their eyes. Look, man, I don't know what happened to you. All I know is that you're coming in here and you're making a scene in an area where it's dangerous to be doing such a thing. So if you've got half a brain in you, you'll just leave right now.
Okay. I'll go. So I step outside with Chancellor Kala.
Okay. As you step outside, she kind of leans in and urgently whispers, "We can't leave without that lapsus lazuli."
I know. What? I'm out of ideas. I don't want to fight the entire bar. I mean, we could probably do it. It just doesn't seem worth it right now. What do we do?
Look at you, you've grown up so much. Why don't we just sneak around the back and see if we can't get into where those waitresses were running and around chickens with their heads cut off?
You know what? That sounds like a good idea. Why didn't I think of that?
You never wore one for the brains.
No. Not unless it was a combat technique.
Okay, so you guys sneak around to the back of the bar. and notice that it's surprisingly empty here.
When gangs get big enough, do they start getting lax on security too?
Not generally.
Okay. Well. All right. So I assume this is the back of the bar this way?
Yeah. So on the left side is the back of the bar, and then there's another right side.
There's another what on the right side? Just another building?
Yeah.
What can I tell about that other building?
That it, despite it being in a bad part of town, it's actually in pretty good condition. Roll knowledge engineering.
Did you say engineering or dungeoneering?
Engineering.
Got it.
It looks like it's been purposefully like marked and ripped and like made to look like it isn't a very nice place. But the fact of the matter is that it's actually pretty sound and could be pretty comfortable.
Hey, counselor, what do you think of this? Look at it. It's not... They want it to look worse than it is. Think we try here rather than the back of the bar?
She looks at you. It's up to you. I don't know anything about housing.
Okay, alright, let's give it a shot. I gently try the door.
Okay.
Oh, look, it's open.
The door opens.
I take a step in.
As soon as you step in, a man lounging on the couch looks over you. Who the hell are you? Get out of my house!
Apologies. I thought I was told to meet someone here. Is this not the back of the bar?
Bar's across the street, idiot.
Sorry. I take a step out.
Okay.
Shut the door.
Okay.
Counselor, did you get a look at him?
Yeah, didn't look like a very friendly guy to me.
No, nobody around here is. That's just what happens. Well, let's try the back of the bar.
Okay.
So I gently try that door. Is it unlocked?
It is locked.
It is locked. It's like, should I try disable device? But no, I have a -4. Are there any windows around?
No. Windows are not a good idea in this part of town because they usually get shattered.
Yeah, I figured. Counselor, what do you think the chances are if we break down this back door that everybody in the front of the bar comes back too?
Well, to be honest, the people at the front of the bar seemed like a lot of bluster to me.
All right. Well, let's go for it. I'm going to pull out a crowbar and attempt to force my way into the door.
Okay. Okay, go ahead and do a strength check.
Oh my gosh, I have a +2 on this. Not that it freaking matters.
So you shove the crowbar in and you splintering and snapping, but it doesn't quite come undone yet.
Okay, so I try again.
Okay. And as you let out an orcish oath and you give it a good rip, the door just totally bursts open. And let me open the door for you.
It bursts open and
and you see the people gathered around the table with all manner of food and alcohol and merriment. And they snap their head to you, and they immediately approach you with their weapons drawn. Okay, you have... Oh wait, let me pull hers as well. Let's see. Okay, you have first move.
Cool. I'm going to step in, and then step here, and then I'm going to then I shall attack this guy.
Okay. All right, that will hit.
And then with my second attack, I'll go after that guy.
Okay. That will also hit. And they are both bloodied. Okay, they're going to go. This one's going to 5-step. This one's going to go 5-step. This one's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you want an attack of opportunity, you can.
I will take the attack of opportunity.
Okay, that will hit, and he is bloodied.
And I have multiple attacks of opportunity, so...
Oh, very nice. So you get another one then.
So I get another one. So I assume I got attacks of opportunity on these two, right?
Yeah. Okay, and that one takes that guy completely out. And then they are going to try to hit you. Ooh, that one crit.
Oof.
But the other two missed.
Okay. Cool. No, it's her.
Yeah, sorry, I'm still doing the damage.
Yeah.
Take 24 damage.
Okay.
Okay, Counselor Bravok's gonna come, and she's gonna go right here. And she is going to hit the top guy. And she rolls a 1, so yeah, your turn.
All right, I'm going to start at the bottom guy.
Okay, that's a hit, and he goes down.
Cleave, -2 to my AC.
Hit and down. Hit and down.
Well, cool.
Okay. So you are out of combat now.
I'm out of combat. I'm going to take my time, take a natural perception of 24. And what do I see in the room?
So you see merriment kind of stuff in this room, but you also notice that there's a back office back here.
Okay. I go into the back office.
Okay. So as you go in there, you note that there is a desk with a bunch of papers on it. One of those papers says, it just mentions the latest instructions to the gang about who to watch over and to blackmail and interests. And it tells the person to bring the information to the lord, the thief lord, in his house.
Okay. So it says on there to take the instructions to the thief lord.
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. And are there any names or anything that I recognize on the list of people to blackmail?
You roll knowledge local.
I have that.
You don't have that?
No, I have that. The only one I don't have is geography.
Okay. So you're less familiar with Telru than you were with. You note that there's some high-level officials, but you couldn't really say what their titles were or anything like that. But it does seem extensive.
Okay. Cool. I go through the drawers on the desk. Do I find anything of consequence there?
No, it just looks like more communication between them. If you want to sit down and study them for a while, you can. It'll just take a while.
I'll spend probably 30 minutes going through stuff.
Okay. So as you are studying, you note that the workings of the organization is not entirely espionage based. That they do a fair amount of threatening and intimidation as well. That they have recently begun to intimidate through use of poisons, and that they have been working really hard to acquire really valuable poison.
A really valuable what?
Really valuable and expensive poison.
So I'll spend a little bit longer to see if I can find out more about that poison.
You note that the Thief Lord is keeping everything close at hand, close to chest, because everything seems like it's a really new development. And so anything of value would come from his storage.
Okay. Cool. All right. Anything else I notice in the office?
Nope. But you do hear Counselor Kala cry from outside. And the sounds of steel meeting steel.
Okay. So I step out. And looks like the guy from the other house.
Yes. And he is currently engaging Counselor Kala in battle. If I could ever find his freaking sheet. There it is. Okay, he crit her. And that's another hit. Yeah. Okay, so let's see how much damage that. This is going to be a bruiser.
It's a doozy.
Okay, so you walk out, and you see him pop out of the shadows at Counselor Kala, and she gets a knife in the side of the neck, and she immediately goes down.
Well, shit.
And let's see if he gets another. What was his initiative? Yeah. So, and then he looks at you and approach you. 1, 2, 3. and attempt to hit you. Actually, you know what? He's going to pull out his bow and arrow.
Oof.
And oh, he doesn't have one.
Going to keep saying that he can't. As I see him approach, I use a transformative attribute of my weapon to turn it into Lucerne so that I can take an attack of opportunity.
Well, he has the
Oh.
higher initiative. So it's whoa. Can you stop doing this to me, please?
No, I will not stop role playing.
Oh my gosh, it's all messed up. I have to refresh.
Ah.
Oh my gosh, where does token go? Freaking Gar. I don't remember what I called it. Hey, I found it. Nope. No, I didn't. Here we go. All right. 24. Here we go. All right, and now I can finally attack you. All right. 14. What's your AC?
22.
Okay, so that's a hit and a hit. And he crits you.
Oof.
Okay, so take 10 raw damage. And then roll a fortitude save.
Okay. +2 to curses and
you
+2
passed.
for mind altering.
Yep, you passed.
Cool.
So you feel like a burn coming from the wound, but it subsides. And then it is your turn.
Cool. All right. Well, let's go. Let's do this. It's my first attack.
Okay, that hits. Nice damage.
Yeah, it's power attack. It gets extra damage. It gets +6 on damage. Ooh, and I rolled straight sixes. Hang on a second. Why is this freaking out? Sorry, it altered my stuff because reasons.
No worries.
My second attack.
Misses?
Okay.
Okay, so he's going to go. And he is going to step back here. And he's going to throw his dagger at you. and he will hit. Take 3 damage and do a fortitude. That's close. Let me check. Okay, you are paralyzed.
Oh, freaking wonderful.
So it's your turn. Go ahead and save.
Sorry, you cut out. What am I doing?
Roll another fortitude to try to get out of it. Okay, that does not make it. So he comes up to you, and he takes his knife and places it against your throat. Says, "Who are you to come into the Eye of Horus's den and slay my follower?" You are able to speak.
Okay, I was like, how paralyzed am I?
Yeah.
I am Carlot. And I needed help, but they refused to help me. Instead, they attacked me.
Okay. He takes his dagger and just shoves it into your chest and does 38 damage.
Woof.
Your turn. So fortitude to try to break out.
I was mathing, and it's hard.
Okay.
No, that's wrong.
You can just do minus the number, and it'll do
does
math
that
for
work?
you. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I will do a fortitude save.
Okay. You are no longer paralyzed.
Okay. But I assume I'm lying on the ground, right?
Yes, you are prone.
I am, while I'm on the ground, am going to drink a potion of cure serious wounds.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
Is it +1?
According to Hero Lab, is cures 3d8 damage +1 per level.
Right. So to cast Cure Serious Wounds, you have to be level 3 at least. So
Okay.
be 3 at least.
Okay, so I'll get 16 health back instead of 14.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, just type +16 rather than 12 + 16.
Ah. Oh, cool.
Okay.
Excellent.
He goes and he attacks. And he had this modifier and this modifier. And I rolled a 1, so your turn.
I'm going to stand up.
Okay. You can still make an attack if you want to.
Okay, then I'm going to attack him. As a shock to everybody else.
Oh, damn.
Ah!
Let's see, that's 48 damage. Yep, he's down. So you stand up and just roar in orcish rage and bring your hammer to the side of his head, and you see his spine snap and his neck sever, and his head just rolls like totally sickishly down to his chest, and his body collapses.
Oh. I immediately rush over to Counselor Kala
Okay.
to see what situation she is in.
She looks bad, but she's still alive.
Okay. What do I need to do to stabilize her?
Cure potions.
Okay. I assume that was not enough.
No. That'll do it.
Okay.
So she is back up. She's still pretty wounded, but she's conscious again. And her eyes flutter open. Torlak! Watch out! There's an assassin!
He's been taken care of. We're good.
Oh, that's good. Are you all right?
I've seen better days, but I think we're okay right now.
Tell me about it. Let's get what we came for and get out of here.
I agree. Do you think that guy was the head of the gang?
I would say so. Did you see the symbols on his tunic?
Briefly, I really didn't have a lot of time to thoroughly inspect his clothing.
Let's check out his house.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So, I'll have her roll perception. Okay. Your perception is 17. Okay, so you guys are fumbling around through the boxes there. And in a secret hole in the wall, a compartment in the wall, you see a bunch of vials and boxes that look rather sinister in nature.
This looks promising.
I'll say. See if you can't find something that looks like the blue lapis lazuli poison.
Okay. So,
As you're digging through, you're able to see a vial with a fine blue powder in it.
I grab it. Hey, I think I got it. I'm not sure though.
Better be safe. And she just empties the whole poison cabinet into.
She empties the whole poison cabinet into her bag.
Into her bag. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you have the contents of the cabinet. Now what?
What else are we able to find in the room?
A lot of documents, and that's pretty much it.
Okay. Are those stairs that I see in the corner?
Yes, but I don't have an upstairs prepared.
Then I should go upstairs.
You go upstairs.
I'm just kidding. I won't. I go upstairs, find a bedroom with nothing of consequence. Alright, so step back out into the alley, step back in, and check that guy's body for anything of consequence.
Okay. You see he has a masterwork dagger on him, +2. But that's the only thing of value on him.
Is his tunic large enough to fit me?
No, he is much smaller than you.
Yeah, I figured. So I take the masterwork dagger and leave.
Okay, cool.
And go back to a nicer part of town, but not back to the Yawning Lion.
Okay. So you and Counselor Kala head back into the nicer part of town, and you get there without incident.
Cool. Well, I think one of the first things we should do is we should probably see about getting ourselves taken care of a little bit.
Yeah, I'm still not feeling so good.
Yeah, he had something on that knife. I'm really hoping it doesn't come back to bite us later. So that could be problematic. we try and find a healer or a priest or whatever they're called.
Okay. So you head to the local temple of Nethys, and you find healing services available there for a standard rate.
Okay. What is the standard rate again?
I'm not going to charge you for this campaign. So just heal up, and we'll
Okay.
pretend like you spent money on it.
I heal up, and so does Counselor. Well, I guess I don't control Counselor Kala.
Yeah, I control, and she wants to stay bloodied. Okay, so you are back to full health.
Perfect. We go. We go back to the Yawning Lion, sneak in the back door, go upstairs to my room.
Okay. You are in your room.
Okay. So we empty the bag of vials and poisons onto, I don't know if there's a table or whatnot in there, either the table or the bed, to take a closer look at them.
Okay. You would need alchemy knowledge to be able to discern for sure what is what.
I don't have that. That is unfortunate. Can you tell what any of these are?
Hell if I know. I mean, the blue one seems pretty convincing to me.
That's true. How many vials do we have in total?
There's probably 5 there.
Okay. One is blue. Anything of consequence about the others?
Just their color, like, so it's a blue powder, and then there's a red liquid. There's a jar with some mushrooms in it. That kind of a thing. The other ones are, yeah.
Okay. Say two vials of red liquid and 2 jars of mushrooms.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay, so we really need to confirm that this is what we need. I don't know where to go to get that done.
Well, we'd probably talk to an alchemist, or maybe the priest would know.
Let's go find an alchemist. You didn't happen to spot an alchemist shop while we were wandering around, did you?
They tend to keep themselves, so if we go to the outskirts.
Okay, let's do that. So we head to the outskirts to try and find an alchemist shop.
Okay. So you don't see anything, but you see plenty of people around that.
I walk up. Do I see anybody? Yeah, I just walk up to someone who seems in a pleasant mood and ask them if they know where an alchemist is.
Okay, so you approach a rather giggly who's fawning over a string of pearl necklace, and you ask, and she turns around. Oh, hello! It's a fine day here in Tofu now, isn't it? What can I do for you, you wonderful, wonderful son of Nephis?
I agree. It is wonderful out. You wouldn't happen to know where where I could find an alchemist. I'm traveling through and I need to visit one, but I just haven't seen one.
She looks at you and her eyes get a little smoky, and she says, "Oh, you're looking for a love, aren't you, you bad little boy?" And she punctuates each word with a slap of her fan on your shoulder.
Yes. Do you know where I can find an alchemist?
Oh, of course. If you just head south down the street and then go right for 3 blocks, you'll come across the alchemist.
Do you know the name of this alchemist?
Yes, his name is Gozu.
Gozu. Okay. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Good luck with your love.
Thanks. I wink and then follow her instructions to go talk to Gozu.
Toodaloo. Okay, so you come to a tented house covered by awnings. and walk in, and you see a robed, hooded man over a mortar and pestle.
Excuse me. Gozu?
Yes, that's me. What can I do for you, sir?
I was wondering if you could identify these these things that I found. I don't know what they are. Could you tell me what they are, please?
Why, yes, I'd be... Gosh, I hate my job. Look, if you don't know what you're toting around in your stupid little bag, and you're worried if it's poisonous, that's not my problem until you make it my problem, okay?
Okay. I pull out a jar of mushrooms. Do I need to make these your problem?
Whoa, look here, buddy. I'm no slouch when it comes to poisons, and I've built up a pretty good immunity, and I have no idea where you got those. So let's just calm down. And what was it you wanted me to do?
I'm looking in particular to see if any of these are lapis lazuli powder.
Well, I'd say it was the blue one.
Can you guarantee that?
Well, I'm not touching that stuff, but it's got the right consistency.
Okay. Good enough. Here, I have no need for these other things, and I hand him the mushrooms and the vials of stuff.
He smiles at you widely. You know, I mean, if you're paying me, I could probably guarantee it for you.
Okay. I need to know if this is lapis lazuli. I don't need the other stuff.
Okay. He takes the other stuff. He takes the bottle of blue powder from you. He gets super decked out in protective stuff, mutters some spells, and opens the bottle. And you see a blue smoke puff out of it, and it forms the shape of an undead creature. He immediately slaps the cap back on and says, "Yeah, that's the real stuff there." And he very, with 2 fingers, gingerly hands it back to you.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Sorry to have bothered you today.
Yeah, whatever, man. Just be careful with that stuff.
Yeah. That's the plan.
Okay.
I head back to the Yawning Lion
Okay.
and back to the room to plan the poisoning.
Okay. So as you go in, you notice that over in the corner, a familiar face from the past is sitting at the table, drinking his ale.
Okay. Does he interact with me in any way?
He doesn't seem to notice you.
He doesn't seem to notice me. Cool. I just head up into the room. Counselor Kala.
Okay.
That was Gasgorg that I saw down there, right?
That was Gasgorg.
Yeah, it's been a while.
He's huge, isn't he?
You weren't kidding. He makes me look small. He could be at least 7'3". Like, what the heck? How did that happen?
I don't know what steroids they put him on, but dude is a healthy heifer.
Yeah. Could use the word heifer, because holy... that one fugly individual. Wow. Okay. Well, so how do we get him to drink this? I can't do it. If he spots me at all, this is done.
Well, I'm just as conspicuous as you are. I snuck after and followed him here.
How did he even know I was here?
Sure beats the hell out of me.
Got it. Well. What do you think the chances are of getting him poisoned after he takes me? Like, if I turn myself into him or let myself get captured? What do you think the chances are of poisoning him after that?
Well, I can't very well show my face, and you would be apprehended. So if you have a plan, okay, but I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't have a plan. I don't have a plan right now either. I'm just kind of throwing shit and hoping it sticks to a wall. We gotta hire someone to do this.
Sounds reasonable to me.
Well, let's guess we'll go back to the outskirts of town.
Okay.
I don't think we dare go back to the bar of the Eye of Horus. That sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah, I have no desire to go back there.
Yeah, that's probably a terrible idea. Let's just go back to let's go to the outskirts of town and just.
Okay. So as you walk back downstairs, you turn the corner and you see staring back at you, waiting at the bottom, is Gazgorg. He stares at you with lowered eyes, anger seething. He says, "Get me outside now."
I whisper to Counselor Collett. Oh well, there goes that idea.
She looks at you wide-eyed and panicked, and she finally settles down and looks like there's nothing else for it.
Nope, this gotta be it. All right, so I follow him outside.
Okay. He leads you outside of town. What? He leads you outside of town and says, "Torlak, long have I waited for this day when you killed my brother Zugel. He was a great and honorable man, and you slaughtered him like a pig. I have set my whole life to setting you in chains. I will wrap your very tusks in chains and drag you on the boat back to home, and where you will serve and be punished underneath Counselor Bravok. Prepare yourself. I will bring you dead or alive."
You really aren't the brightest. You're mighty strong, but you ain't the brightest. Have you noticed how small my tusks are? Good luck getting chains around those.
I would expect similar from your manhood, beast. Prepare yourself.
Okay.
Alright, let me see what his... And it is 12. So you get the first move.
I get the first move. Oh, that was the wrong thing to click. I'm going to smack him with a hammer. Everybody is surprised by said action.
Ooh. That misses.
Okay, well, let's take my second attack.
That hits. So as you slap him upside the shoulder, he yells, "For the glory of Gora!" He's gonna step up, and he's gonna swing his own axe at you. And he's going to hit and hit. And take 34 damage.
Oh dear. Okay.
Oh, I did put Councilwoman Bravok. Sorry.
Is she gonna fight too?
She is.
Excellent.
Okay, so she is going to swing at him with her great sword. Actually, she's going to step here first. Miss and hit. She does 11 damage. Okay, you're up.
All right. I'm going to swing Earthbreaker.
That hits. And that misses. Okay, he's going to go. Going to...
Does that miss even with flanking?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Just want to double check.
Mm-hmm. Oh, whoop. It's the wrong character sheet. I'm going to be like flipping back and forth like crazy here.
As it is when you DM.
Okay, that's going to be a hit and a hit. Okay, take another 34 damage.
Dang.
Okay, Councilor Call is going to go. Okay, she hits and misses. She does 13 damage. Okay. And you're up.
Okay, I'm going to drink. No! Okay, we're good. Sorry, my computer screen freaked out because I accidentally hit a thing I didn't want to.
Okay.
Chrome did not like that. I'm going to drink a potion. Why is it? Nope, that's wrong. That's what I meant. Wow, that was so much better. Okay, and then I'm going to... I assume I only have one attack this turn?
Go ahead and take 2.
Cool. Gosh.
Okay, that's a miss. And that's a hit.
Yes!
He is bloodied. Okay, he's gonna swing at you.
Somebody has an overdeveloped sense of vengeance.
He misses. And misses.
Oh, praise to the powers that be.
Kala is gonna go. She hits and hits. Wow, she did a butt ton of damage that time. Let's see, 16 plus 17, she did 33 damage. He is not looking good at all.
Excellent.
You're up.
Wow!
Okay, that's gonna be a miss and a miss. He's gonna go. Miss and hit. Okay, take a 15 damage.
Hey, I like your music choice. I love this theme.
Okay, Counselor Kala is gonna go. And that's going to be a hit and a miss. Come on. You... Stop this! Okay, so she takes her greatsword and she runs it straight underneath his shoulder plates, between his shoulder plates and his helmet, cuts his head straight off. And he goes down.
Woo! I think she did more damage than I did.
I think she did too. Okay, so he is now down. And when you search his body, you find he's got hellplate. And let's see, what was his weapon? Weapon. A +1 orc double axe.
Ooh. +1 orc double.
So Counselor Kala looks at you with blood all over her face and armor, and she says, "Well, that takes care of that, I suppose."
Yeah.
The Vengeance Pact is complete. You have done Gorum proud.
Yeah. And I don't... This is the thing that blows my mind. He knows that if you interrupt the obedience to Gorum, you have to kill the beast that does so. Misguided fool.
Obviously, the whole town is that way. Smothering over the stupid child who dared to interrupt a ritual to Gorum.
Yeah, it's...
She looks up at you, sad. Well, Torlak, I've really liked seeing you again, but I have to go now.
Yeah, I understand. You've got to get back to your duties. Thank you again for everything you did for me.
Of course. Be safe, my son.
I will. You too. Travel safe.
Okay, and she walks off.
Whew.
The end.
The end. I go back to the Yawning Lion. And rest my recovery.